Vesel sem, da danes gostimo generala Petra Pavla, predsedujočega Vojaškega odbora Nata. Kot veste, smo nekaj dni nazaj gostili tudi predsedujočega Vojaškega odbora Evropske unije, torej koncentracija visokih obiskov v Slovenski vojski je dobra. Predsedniku Vojaškega komiteja sem predstavil izzive, ki Slovensko vojsko čakajo v prihodnje, kadrovske in finančne izzive, predvsem vire, ki so tisti, ki najbolj pestijo tudi pripravljenost Slovenske vojske in seveda vplivajo na prihodnjo oblikovanje sil Slovenske vojske. Govorila sva tudi o aktualnih izzivih zavezništva, misijah Nata, ambicijah in načinih zagotavljanja globalne varnosti. Kot veste, je Slovenija na misijah Nata zelo aktivna in smo kar precej vpeti v te operacije, saj je Slovenija nenazadnje na 12 različnih operacijah in sodeluje nekako z 5% svojih sil na teh operacijah, kar je izredno visok procent celo v primerjavi z ostalimi NATO državami. Govorila sva o izgradnji zmogljivosti, to, kar nas trenutno najbolj pesti, vse, ki bodo seveda prvenstveno namenjene nacionalni obrambi naše države, seveda pa morajo biti takšne, da bodo tudi kompatibilne z NATO-om in da bomo lahko samostojno ali skupaj z NATO-om branili in obranili našo državo, našo neodvisnost in suverenost. Predstavil sem mu tudi težišče delovanja Slovenske vojske do ponovnega preverjanja pripravljenosti bataljonske bojne skupine in seveda kako fokusiramo vojsko na njene primarne, če hočete, bojne naloge. Zahvalil sem se mu seveda za vse njegove kreativne nasvete v času opravljanja funkcije. Saj vemo, da je general Peter Pavel zelo izkušen častnik z bleščečo vojaško kariero. Seveda sem z zanimanjem prisluhnil vsem njegovim izkušnjam, ki so lahko tudi nam vodilo, kako priti do cilja. Obisk je zelo ploden, zelo zanimiv, pravkar smo imeli tudi zelo zanimivo predavanje najvišjim častnikom Slovenske vojske strani generala Petra Pavla. Hvala lepa.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me express my gratitude to General General for inviting me to your beautiful country. I very much appreciate the opportunity to speak to both political and military leadership. I am privileged to have meetings with the Minister of Defense, with the Parliament, the Defense Committee, with the President of the Republic. And I very much appreciate this opportunity to commend Slovenia for her contributions to NATO activities, missions, as well as to operations. As you heard from Chief of General Staff, we have discussed a number of issues on NATO activities, on Slovenian contributions. But we also discussed the issues that are ahead of us, and one of the major events for NATO this year will be a summit in Brussels in July. This summit will review a number of important issues agreed in Wales and in Warsaw, and then strengthened at the leaders' meeting in Brussels last year. One of the major issues there will be NATO adaptation, but also burden sharing and defense spending. And as you all know, Secretary General of the Alliance defined this burden sharing in three main categories. One is the cash, that means how much nations spend for defense, both as a percentage of GDP, but also how much of that investment they put into the modernization of their forces. And the agreed level was 20% out of 2% for defense expenditures. Another major element of this burden sharing is in contributions. That means how much nations contribute to manning NATO command structure, NATO force structure, how much do they contribute to operations and missions. Here I would like to say that Slovenia not only fills 100% of their slots in command structure, but Slovenia, as you heard from the Chief of General Staff, significantly contributes to a number of missions and activities of the alliance. Where there is still room for improvement is defense spending. And Slovenia is not alone in that. There are a number of countries that would be struggling to meet this requirement. But let me make a comment here. We all have made our own sovereign decision to become a member of this alliance. Because we all understand that ensuring defense of the country collectively is the most cost-effective way how to ensure defense of the country. And precondition to this cost-effective measure is fulfilling by 100% our share. And that share is defined by a NATO defense planning process. Every country is allocated number of capability targets. And what we have to do collectively, my country the same as your country, is to address in a very responsive way all of these capability targets because they constitute the foundation of your national contribution to collective defense. They constitute the foundation to a responsible approach to every nation's own defense. And here I see the room for political arguments that will be supported by military analysis and advice. And here I see the role of Slovenian armed forces in the period that will now come for Slovenia with new elections, new administration, which will be in a position to meet the commitments made by their predecessors. But they are not here to make any single politician or any single institution happy. They are here to make every country safe and stable. And this is the perspective I would like to stress. So by conclusion, let me thank Slovenian armed forces and the country as the whole for all their contributions to NATO, for hard work that they do on all fronts. And let me wish Slovenia all the success in future. Thank you.
Hvala lepa. Vprašanja?
For General Paul, in recent years, NATO recommended a lot of things to Slovenia to give more for the equipment, to reduce the personnel, administrative personnel. How do you see where Slovenia is going? Are we in the right direction?
Okay. NATO, as you rightly said, makes a recommendation. Then all the targets to develop the capabilities are mutually agreed. So in the end of the process, and that process, the last iteration ended last fall, it is both bilateral and then in second round multilateral agreement, which makes it binding for all the sides. And that agreement between NATO and Slovenia included a number of measures that will be implemented over next 4 years within the cycle. It is now too early to say if Slovenia is delivering or not, because we don't have any measurement how to measure the progress after only half a year. But I believe that for the summit this year, we will have developed the matrix for assessment how nations are delivering on their contributions, including those that are clearly measurable, and these are the capability targets, because they are about numbers of soldiers, they are not about numbers of equipment, they are about units, they are about operations, and we can all measure current state against the commitment.
Yeah.
General, Guder said that you also talked about the gravel test in which Slovenian army unfortunately failed in February. How big a problem is that in your eyes, from your perspective?
We can always look at every event from positive and negative side. So if I look at it from let's say glass half full, then I would say okay. It is a challenge because this unit will have to go again through Kreval, and it's not ready now. But on the other hand, if I see it from the positive side, which I always do, is that Slovenian armed forces made a very courageous step by being very strict and frank in their evaluation and assessment. So if they found a criterion that was not met and led eventually to failing in Kreval, it should be seen as an effort of Slovenian armed forces leadership to meet all the requirements and only then to declare that the unit will be combat ready. I see it as a fair approach. Obviously, there are some difficulties that may be beyond the reach of Slovenian armed forces, and it would be fair to have internal discussion in a country. What are these missing tools? I would guess that they would be probably about resources, both human and financial. So it is not just for military leadership, it is for military and political leadership to assess why this evaluation was not successful.